Welcome back to Idealist. Today we're talking cheap, fun, and reliable wheels. And if you want to hop into a new ride with your wallet still intact, get excited. Because today, my frugal friends, I'm dishing out the 10 most fun cars to buy under $3K. I'm Garrett, this is Ideal, and it's showtime. Infiniti G35. The Infiniti G35 has been a go-to choice for enthusiasts for years now. Built on a shared platform with the Nissan 350Z, the G35 offers up a blend of power, performance, and a premium interior at a price that won't keep you up at night. With a throaty V6 under the hood and near 50-50 weight distribution, it can even be found with rear-wheel drive and a 6-speed stick if you want a manual besides just the one in your glove box. Speaking of which, snag our best-selling Save the Manuals t-shirts right up here. Now, if you're just looking for a fun daily driver and don't mind spending a little above budget, here's a clean G35 for less than $3,500. But you don't just want a daily driver, do you? You want a platform upon which to build out a track rat or drift missile, and you want it for less than $3K. Well, don't worry, I've got you covered. Pick up this G35 for just $1,500 and use the extra money you save to grab a bunch of performance mods. Since it can share parts with the Z, the G35 really is like a Lego car for adults with plenty of bolt-on parts that are basically just plug and play. Heck, you could even grab this sport cold air intake and upgraded headers and still be out less than $3,000. But how about a cheap fun car of the Bavarian persuasion?
Hey, have you ever looked yourself up on Google? Well, I looked up a friend on one of those public listing sites, and not only was it his full name, his age, where he lived, and heck, even his phone number. That's way too much personal information exposed. And let me tell you, that made me very uncomfortable. And you know those spam calls that you get every single day on your cell phone now? Well, those are data brokers that sold your information. Aura can identify data brokers exposing your info and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Brokers are legally required to remove your info if you ask them to, but they make it super hard to do that. So let Aura handle it for you. Now, you can try Aura free for 2 weeks using my link below. And Aura also does so much more to protect you and your family from online threats you just can't see. And it's really easy to set up, so you don't have to download several different apps to get things like parental controls, antivirus, VPN, identity theft insurance, and more. You get everything at one affordable price, and it's super easy and powerful to use. So let Aura do all the hard work for keeping you safe online, so you can focus on other tasks with peace of mind. You can either let people continue to exploit and profit off your private information, or you can go to aura.com/idealmedia to start your 2-week free trial. Also, link below in the description below. And thanks for supporting the sponsors that support us. Now, back to the show.
BMW E46 3 Series. The BMW 3 Series and car enthusiasts go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time.
And the E46 is the 3 Series generation that's in the perfect sweet spot to pick up today. Probably because it's one of the best-selling BMWs of all time, selling 3.2 million models across the late 90s and mid-2000s. For $3,000, you'll have a 2.5-liter Bavarian straight 6 and BMW's performance all-wheel drive system, plus sporty handling delivered from the brand that prides itself on the joy of driving. And not only does it tick all the performance boxes, but it's got luxury covered as well. In fact, this 20-year-old car probably has more creature comforts than a 2023 base-level Civic. And yeah, while you'll pay a little bit more for maintenance and parts on a Beamer, the grin plastered on your face every time you get behind the wheel will make it all worth it. But if you don't want to be the prick on the inside, check out this ideal pick from Toyota, Lexus SC400. The SC400 has been a go-to for a cheap fun car for years now, and wait, what? Wait, how much is an SC400 now? Are you kidding me? Well, as much as I would love to recommend an SC400, it looks like too many people must have been watching our videos because the prices have skyrocketed in the past year or two. So instead, why not check out a Lexus with a badass V8? No, not the new IS500, the OG that introduced the Lexus brand to the world, the LS400. Trav has already gone off on how this billion-dollar gamble changed the world, and you can check that out right over here. But for today, you just need to know that this luxury machine has got a seriously badass V8, rear-wheel drive, and it absolutely took it to its German competitors when it was released. And not only that, but it's also a top pick for cars that can last over 1 million miles. And it's also a piece of automotive history. So if you pick up one today for just $3,000, keep it clean and running, we think the LS400 is primed to be an ideal investment as well. And if you want more cars that are ideal investments, check out this video right here. But if old Lexus looks just aren't for you, check out this Camry. And before you click away, you gotta check out this crazy body kit to go with it. Both the car and the body kit will run you less than $3,000, not to mention the fact that there is a surprising amount of aftermarket support for this thing. So if you wanna make it proper fast, you can do it. Plus, since it's a Camry, you know it will run forever. And with this Evo-inspired body kit, it'll turn heads all its life. But now let's take it to a car from Freedom Land. Ford Focus SVT. The Special Vehicles team is responsible for some of the coolest cars to ever come from the Blue Oval, like the Terminator Mustang, Ford F-150 Lightning, and the original F-150 Raptor. They're also responsible for one of the coolest hot hatches of the 2000s. You see, it all started when Ford decided they wanted to develop a special performance Focus that could take on Honda's finest. So they put the SVT team on the case, and they knocked it out of the park. This ultra-nimble hot hatch has sport-tuned SVT suspension, ultra-quick braking, and Recaro seats are standard to keep you in place when you inevitably start pulling G's whipping it around. Think of it as America's answer to the EK Civic Type R, and it'll cost you a heck of a lot less. Check out this one for just $2,100. And now for another pick from our friends at Honda, ACURA TL. The ACURA TL is Honda's crack at a touring luxury machine. While it's based on the Honda Accord, it's got all the upscale and premium goodies that come with the premium ACURA badge, not to mention a 270 horsepower sleeper V6 under the hood. This thing is a race car disguised as a luxury sedan. And speaking of luxury, it's no slouch in that department. Once you're inside, you'll be transported to a world of opulence and comfort. The cabin is full of plush materials and refined craftsmanship. Plus, it's got technology that rivals today's cars. And with early 2000s Honda reliability, you know you'll be driving it for years and years to come. But how about something a little sportier? Toyota Celica. The Toyota Celica has a long history of performance. It's Toyota's rally champion, and it's even served as the base for the Supra. The 7th gen Celica came with a variety of engine options, but the trims to look out for the most fun are the GT and GTS. Toyota even had a dealership option to make your Celica tuner ready with the Action Package. And while an Action Package Celica today will cost you a little over $3,000, but here's a GTS featuring the Yamaha developed 2ZZ GE engine, which is good for 180 ponies. Now that might not sound like a lot of power today, but you have to remember, this is a lightweight, nimble car, so you know you'll be able to put all that power to use. And all that is yours for just $2,600. Now from one sporty looking car to another, Mitsubishi Eclipse. Let's take it back to yesteryear, when the Mitsubishi Eclipse was actually a cool car and not just a punchline.
Bruh.
While you probably won't find an Eclipse packing the tuner-ready 4G63 motor, you can find one that'll let you live out your Fast and Furious dreams. If it's good enough for Roman, it's good enough for you, right? This 2000 GT model is ready and waiting for you. Not to mention the V6 under the hood, which is packing 200 ponies in a lightweight, low-slung package. But the really good news comes in when you see just how much aftermarket support the 3rd gen Eclipse still has. Now, how about a car that's a little more fun to rip around in year-round? Subaru Legacy. Now, the Subaru Legacy has left quite a legacy. In fact, before Subaru bet the farm on the Impreza WRC car, the Legacy was their weapon of choice in the Rally Championship. And much like the Impreza started as the platform for the WRX and later the STI, the Legacy started as the platform for the Outback. So check out this classic Legacy Outback for just $2,700. And with Subaru all-wheel drive, you'll be ready for adventure on and off the tarmac. But if buying a car with close to 300,000 miles on it scares you, I get it. If you're willing to shell out just a little bit more, or better yet, use the ideal car strategies to negotiate yourself into budget, check out this Legacy 2.5 GT wagon with only half as many miles. And if you love Subarus, but the Legacy just ain't really your bag, Subaru Impreza 3rd Gen. It's a Subaru, it's a hatchback, and it's powered by a flat 4 ready to take you anywhere. While you probably want a WRX or STI, the only one of those you can get for $3,000 is one with a blown motor. So why not pick up the Impreza platform it's based on? Sure, it's less power, but you'll still get all-wheel drive, and you'll actually be able to push this doobie to its limits without wrecking or piling up too many speeding tickets. Think of it as an STI with training wheels. Once you max out on fun in this thing, save up some more dough and trade up for the STI of your dreams. And now it's time for some honorable mentions. These next cars don't quite fit in budget, but if you use the ideal car strategies, you should be able to pick these cars up for just $3,000, which I've linked down below to our free new workshop on how to make money buying and selling ideal cars. The first honorable mention, Chevrolet Cobalt SS. The Cobalt SS marks Chevy's foray into the tuner market. This thing is a tuner-ready front-wheel drive compact with a turbocharged four-banger that can be taken to the moon and back. It features one of the most impressive inline turbocharged four-bangers the world has ever seen. And if you find yourself behind the wheel of one, you'll never want to get out. Next up, BMW E93 series. The E93 series features some of the most beloved BMWs of all time. This 328i comes packing the 3-liter naturally aspirated N53 straight-six, and it's plenty of fun right out of the box. But the fun will increase tenfold once you start sprinkling in some aftermarket goodies. This platform is ripe for upgrades and mods. And sure, working on BMWs is hard, but you know what's even harder? Not having one at all. Chevrolet C4 Corvette. The Corvette is an American icon, and the C4 has killer 80s looks and performance that still holds up today. Plus, with tons and tons of aftermarket support, with a little bit of sweat equity and a fresh pair of New Balances, you'll be ready for the quarter mile in no time. Well, there you have it. Proper, cheap cars that are still fun as hell to drive. This has really got me thinking maybe it's time to pick up a 3 Series for myself. I mean, they are the ultimate driving machine for a reason, right? But how about you? What car are you looking to pick up for cheap? Let me know down in the comments below. And as long as you're here, go give one of these videos a watch. As always, I'm Garrett, this is Ideal, and whatever cheap car you're ripping it up in, just remember to keep on living that ideal lifestyle.